Hello, my name's Daniel Swirl. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make small pendants out of solder, mostly lead-based solder with a resin core. But the resin mostly rubs off in the ceramic pot that I'll show you guys all the stuff how to do it, how to melt it. I'm using a normal stove. I have a wet napkin sit over here so that I can pour it safely, the molten liquid, into this mold of a scissor for my local seamstress. I'm gonna make her one. So just leave it there. I have tongs for grabbing this. The hardest part about this is really grabbing it with the tongs, because you're gonna be so nervous once you're doing it. Trust me, I thought I was gonna be all brave and do it in one try, but I went twice and poured in the solder twice, and I had to sand down the second time that I poured it in. So you want to do it in one shot. So what I like to do is put rubber bands on the tongs to give them a good grip on the ceramic. Sometimes it melts and snaps, and that's all part of the nerve-wracking process. But if it works, then it's going to be fantastic. Let's see. I found two perfect rubber bands for this. Alright, so now when you grab the little ceramic pot, it won't tip over. Alright, so let's get started. I have these three pieces left over from making that wrench that I showed you, and I'm going to melt that down, and they all fit. It's all supposed to be melted down and fit inside that mold. So you start with here, you turn on, and ventilation during this is key. So I'm turning on, as you can see, the fans. I have that door open over there. I have that door open. The fire alarms I took out so that they don't go crazy while I have all the doors open, because that happened last time. I didn't take that into account. And the last thing I'm going to show you is iron filing. I collected this at the beach, and I like to pour it into the solder as it's melting in here so that it strengthens it. Alright, and the last thing you need to know is protection. Goggles, respirator, sweaters, gloves. Gloves are important. In fact, I'm going to grab another glove right now. Now, if you've seen me sweating or pretty much dying over here, it's because it's August and it's really hot, and the door is open without the AC, and I'm wearing a sweater. So factor that in. Alright, so once you have all your safety equipment on, you can start. I'm just going to turn on the fire after putting on my respirator and mask, and it'll all be watching from here. It's all going to be watching, because I won't be able to talk with the respirator on. Alright, so I'll make sure the camera's good. Perfect angle. Alright, let's go. So now the bowl is heating up. I'm going to put on my respirator, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Whew. It's still a little smelly, but yeah, that went well. You can polish it afterwards. You can polish the piece afterwards. I know you may have noticed, like, Daniel, but you said you were going to put in the iron filing to strengthen it. Yeah, well, I changed my mind, because I remember that with this one, the piece looked a lot more beautiful when it had no black flecks on it. Also, it really doesn't do much to strengthen it. I don't think it really melts at all. Iron has a much higher melting point than other metals, like solder, which has an extremely low melting point. Alright, so the last step to do is basically break the mold and take out the piece. And alright, thanks for watching. Bye.